It's a cool day. Not too hot. Not too hot. Not too cool. Just right. You know what, bro? I'm gonna come out and say it. You know, women don't know what it takes to be successful nowadays in America, bro. You feel what I'm saying? They don't know what it takes, man. They just know that, hey, he got it like that, but they don't know what type of hell that he went through to get it. You know, they don't know what's up with it. Hello, Tara. Yeah, I'm having a good Monday. Actually, Monday's never good, but I appreciate it. Thank you for coming by. you know, women don't know what it takes to be successful. Meaning that we had to be patient, we had to go through hell, we had to struggle, we had to fail a lot, we had to hear the word I can't even talk out there. We had to hear the word no a lot. You feel what I'm saying? We had to struggle to get that bag. You see a man with a Lambo, if he wasn't born rich, that man struggled to get that car, bro. It probably took him years. That's why I see a lot of like older guys in Lamborghinis. I don't see young men. I see men 40 and up with Lambos. Only if they got, if they're a rapper or something, then you might see them in a Lambo. You know what I'm saying? They're a young rapper, they got a lucky break. They drive in a Lambo or some type of high-end car. Other than that, man, it would take us years just to get some type of, money, man. You feel what I'm saying? We suffer to get that bag. And a lot of women, they don't understand it. They don't know what we went through just to get the bag, man. They don't know what we went through. I'm trying to get across the street, guys. Oh, what's up with it, Jamie? Jamie in the house. They don't know what it takes, man. It takes almost dying to get it, basically. That's why we become arrogant when we get that bag, man. We be thinking like, man, she better be pretty. She better be worth the struggle I went through to get that bag. Like, what? Get with an average woman? I don't know. I think I deserve a little bit better than that. I'm telling you, man, once you get the bag, as a man, you become arrogant, cocky as hell. You see what I'm saying? Women didn't know what it took. Women don't know what it takes to actually come up in this world, bro. When the odds are stacked high against you, but your persistence brought it down, bro. Your hard work brought them odds down. You feel what I'm saying? Hard work and dedication is what they say, right? With Mayweather. Man, I was watching the Mayweather fight with Pacquiao, and he treated Pacquiao like he was like an amateur or something. You see what that hard work does, man? It bring them odds down. That's what it does. Your odds come down. Them odds come down. But the stuff that we go through as men, get the bag, we go through hell. And you women don't see it. All you see is the end result. You know, just like the dude from Fresh and Fit said, Myron, you don't understand how the pie is made. You just enjoy the pie, you know? You know, you don't understand how the pie is made out here in the streets. You know? You don't understand the pie, how it's made, and what we went through to get it. It's hell. You feel what I'm saying? Because we're talking about years of like putting like hard work and dedication and persistence into your craft. Years of chasing the bag, years of hearing the word no, years of struggle, years of pain and suffering, years of being broke. You know what I'm saying? Now I see why a lot of men don't get the bag. Because this journey, it's not an easy journey, bro. We're talking about, I haven't had a girlfriend in I don't know how long. You know? Wait. And you don't got time for that stuff. You don't got time for relationships. You don't got time, you know, to settle down when you're still struggling. Because you don't want to bring your kids into this struggle, man. So you say you hold out on that. You hold out on kids. You hold out on getting a girlfriend. You're struggling to get a girlfriend out here because it's highly competitive out here. And you get tired of that shit. You say, you know what, bro? I'm going to slow down and I'm going to get the bag for sure. Feel what I'm saying? You females, you just see the end result. You see the guy with the bag. You see the guy with the Lamborghini. You know, the Lambo. You see the guy with the Lambo. You don't see him struggling to get it, especially if he wasn't born rich. You know, if he was born poor and he got a Lambo, best believe he struggled to get that Lambo. Best believe he struggled to get that Porsche. Best believe he struggled hard to get that Bugatti or a McLaren. Okay, best believe he went through blood, sweat, and tears. It wasn't handed to him like that. You feel what I'm saying? Us men, we don't get shortcuts like the passport bros be doing, trying to find a shortcut somewhere. You know, talking about my passport is self-improvement. I'm like, yeah, right. And I'm Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Nah, ain't no shortcuts, man. You gotta get the bag for real. You gotta get the bag for real out here in these streets. You know? You know. You know, so that's what you gotta do. Stay on the path of the bag. Stay with it. Stay committed, and you'll get there. Trust me. You know, you stay committed. Never give up. You'll eventually get it. But we go through hell, get that bag. Let me tell you something. If I hit my jackpot this year, and I get it, I finally get it into the bank account, you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna be like, God damn, that was hard. You feel me? You feel me? Once I get the bag safely in my bank account, I'm gonna be like, God damn, I deserve every single goddamn penny that's in my bank account right now. That was hard. That was extremely hard. You feel me? That was extremely hard for me to do. God damn. Shit. I almost died out here. You feel me? You're like, God damn, I almost died. I was homeless. And now I done came up buying a brand new condo and a Porsche to start out. And I was thinking about, man, get some of them top tier Porsches, you know? Spend about 150 grand on a Porsche, or maybe 200 grand. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta treat yourself. Put 200 down, 200 grand down on a Porsche, and then spend about 800 grand on a condo. That's over $1 million. And I know people say, well, you know what? Millionaires and billionaires, they're straying away from buying houses and condos because they think it's just a waste of money. It's a bad investment. But I'm like, man, I've been struggling homeless for a long time. I'm gonna buy something. I'm gonna purchase something. Make sure I ain't never on the streets ever again. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I appreciate it, Tara. I appreciate it. You know. You know, at the same time, man, you wonder why stars don't live that long. They had a hard time, man, getting the bag. They sacrificed their health just to get the bag. They sacrificed everything, chasing women. Yeah, I know the right one will come along, but I'm trying to get the bag first before I go back to the dating scene, see? A portion of your life has got to be committed to chasing the bag, bro. You have to go through it. You got to go through it. If you want a better life, if you want a better and a higher quality of life, you got to get that bag. You know, now I see why men get it though. Now I see why men get the bag. Brings a higher quality of life, goddammit. You're not so limited. You're not so restricted. When you're broke and dusty, you are limited, bro. You can't do shit. But we get the bag because we want to get that type of woman. And that's the honest truth, man. The reason why men go out there and get the bag, man, because they want to attract women. You know, and they want to have a higher quality of life, right? And they want to have a higher quality of life, but they want to attract the one they really want. You feel what I'm saying? So you know where my mind is, bro. I'm always about the bag. I'm always about the bag, bro. I'm striving out here trying to get it. Trying to get it, bro. Every single day. Every single day, every single hour. I'm out here hustling. Striving for success, bro. You know, hey, don't let the bag become a curse. Control your money. Don't let it control you. Feel what I'm saying? So, y'all women, you don't even know the half of it. What we went through to get the bag. You don't even know the torture, the discipline we had to have. Because if we don't achieve anything, then society looks at us as losers and bums and scrubs. That's what they do. You know? If we don't get the bag, society will look at us as losers. That's why we struggle to get it, because we don't want to be looked at as a loser, especially in females' eyes. We don't want to be looked at as a loser or finishing last. You feel what I'm saying? We don't want to be looked at like that. We want to be looked at as a winner. That's why guys go out there and they pursue careers. They pursue acting. They pursue even modeling. You know what I'm saying? Or they pursue, entertainment. Becoming a singer or a rapper. Look at Chris Brown, man. I'm pretty sure he would have got a woman before the money. But look what happened after the money. The women just quadrupled. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he would have got a woman regardless if he was famous or not. But the women he attracted on a regular basis, it has quadrupled. You feel what I'm saying? So nobody wants to be deprived of anything, man. That's why we struggle for greatness, bro. You know, when you ain't got no money, you ain't got no bag in your life, you're struggling, and it's a life full of struggle. Your whole entire life. That's why they say what they say. They say you're only supposed to struggle only a certain amount of time in your life. You're not supposed to struggle all the way to the end. My dad, both of my parents, they struggled all the way to the end, bro. They never thought about change. They never thought to change their life. You know? They never thought to change their life, man. They never thought to say, you know what? Time for me to turn around, chase this bag, and stop chasing these women. Stop chasing them women. And once you get the bag, the women will chase you. A higher quality of life, an easier life, without any struggle. Like, if I got the bag, I could go buy me a house with no struggle. Go buy me a Lambo with no struggle. Just go to the parking garage, parking lot. You feel me? Go to the parking lot and pick up that Lambo. You feel what I'm saying? And there you go. I got my Lambo. You know, I got the Lamborghini. And I'll be the only one with one on the road. You ever notice there's only one Lambo in your neighborhood? That guy's rare, bro. Because nobody can do what we do, man. Like, to go like a long periods of time without dating, go long periods of time without women in their life. Not a whole lot of men can do that. There's only specific ones, That's what makes you part of the 20%, is that you can say no to like dating and women for like a long period of time until you achieve your goals, until you achieve the bag, and then you go back into dating and be like, look at me. Look at me, baby. Look at my Lamborghini. Look what I got. And you be proud of it, man. And you're walking around with confidence. You know what I'm saying? Your chest is out. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got a bird chest, your chest still be out. You know? You know what I'm saying? Like, I done made it. I got it. I got leverage in the dating scene, okay? You feel me? That's what you got to do. If you gotta cut dating out of your life, which is very hard because our bodies are built to have sex. Your body is built to have sex. You're supposed to have sex at least 3 times a week as a healthy human being. You know, 3 times a week, 4 times a week. You feel what I'm saying? But for you to ignore all of your sexual wants and desires just to concentrate and focus, man, that puts you in the top 10% of men, bro. You are in the top 10%. If you could go without sex or dating for like years at a time, man, only a few of those can do what you do. And some men are forced into, not having no women, but some men just stop dating, period. It was like, you know what? I'm tired of being broke. If I gotta say no to dating, I'm gonna say no. Look at Sub 5 Stalker. The only reason why I almost had sex with her is because she was approaching me, man. I wasn't approaching her. Man, she kept on trying to give me a duck egg. She tried to give it to me as a gift, and I was like, nah, I don't want that. It had blood on it. I was like, what? It was cracked. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I don't want that. She kept on approaching me. One night I was drunk. I said, okay, let's get this shit on. Huge mistake. That woman started stalking me for 4 months in a row. But I wasn't going out of my way to find her. She was in my way. There's a difference. So I had to say no to dating. I had to say no to women, which is extremely hard because you're going against what your body is built to do. Your body is built to reproduce, have sex. You feel what I'm saying? But for you to be so driven and so ambitious toward that bag, you're able to go long periods without it. So you can get something else, right? You got to give up something to get something. It's called sacrifice, man. A lot of cats don't want to sacrifice. That's the reason why they stay in one spot for their whole entire life. You feel what I'm saying? They stay inside that bubble of theirs their whole entire life because they don't want to sacrifice things. It's like losing weight. You got to sacrifice the junk food and put some time in that gym to lose the weight. You can't do both. You feel what I'm saying? You can change your diet and all that other stuff. So you don't sacrifice things, man. You won't get things. Get off me, fucking fly, man. Get off me, bro. Fucking bugs come out in the summertime. A lot more. Feel what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do, bro. My mind's been focused on this bag. And when you're so focused, you forget to have sex. You stop chasing sex. You stop chasing women, period. Because the bag comes with obsession, bro. Chasing the bag comes with obsession. It's obsessed. You obsessed with having the finer things in life. You can see yourself in that Lamborghini going to a nice restaurant with a fine ass honey in it. You see yourself there, bro. Right? And once you see yourself there, it will automatically come true down the stretch when you put in the work and you put in the time, to do it. You feel what I'm saying? To get the bag. So we went through a lot. If you got a rich guy that came from nothing, best believe he went through a lot. Bruh, he went through, he had to brainstorm, he had to come up somehow, bruh, you feel me? He had to put in the work, he had to stop dating, he had to stop chasing women, which is extremely hard for a man to do. That's extremely hard. To stop chasing women, to stop going after sex, that's extremely hard for a man to do, just straight up. To be automatically celibate for 2 years just so he can have a better life. You feel what I'm saying? Just so he can have a better life with a better wife. That rhyme, you know what I'm saying? A better life, better wife. You feel me? You know, but you don't understand the drive. I did that. Hell, man. I always been in life. Hell, when I went and got my music equipment, it took months to like save up money to get all that shit together, man. That was not an easy task either. Just to save up for like the music equipment. I had like $5,000 worth of music equipment. I had Pro Tools, 2 keyboards, a microphone that cost about $300, and I had 2 speakers that cost $200 a piece, and shit like that. So all that shit was adding up to $5 grand, bro. And I didn't have sex during that time. I stopped chasing women during that time because I was so in love with music. I was just like, ooh, I can't wait to get that keyboard. I was in love with the music. You feel what I'm saying? I was in love, bro. You know, to save up all that money for that music equipment, bro. I didn't date. I didn't do nothing. You know, all I did was work 2 jobs, eat, sleep. Work 2 jobs, eat, sleep. That's all I did, bro. I was so dedicated. I was so focused. It's like you got this focus, man, that if anything get in the middle of it, it destroys that shit. Laser beam focus. That laser beam destroy anything that gets in its path, man. So yeah, we had to focus. But anyway, I'm gonna end this live. I'll see y'all in the next one. I gotta go. Peace out, take care, and bless. I am out.